You know, people talk about the pain, the struggle, and the history. But today I want to talk about the beauty because there's something powerful about being Black American. Something that no system, no hate, no history could ever take away. This is my favorite thing about being Black American. Yes, I'm not Black American, but I am Black American. So clock it. My favorite thing about being Black American is the strength that lives in their DNA. Right? Okay, let me personalize it now. We come from people who survived the impossible and still found a way to laugh, sing, create, and love. That's not weakness, that's divine resilience. My favorite thing about being Black American is our culture. How we can turn pain into poetry, struggle into lifestyle, and sorrow into sound. The world copies our rhythm, our language, our swag, and they'll never understand the soul behind it. My favorite thing about being Black American is our unity. That unspoken connection we share. You could be in another city, another state, but when you see your people, you feel home. Right? How many have I said now? Okay? My favorite thing about being Black American is how we turn survival into art. From jazz to hip hop, from church choirs to TikTok dances, we transform everything we touch. And above all, my favorite thing is that even though we've been through so much, we still choose to love, to build, and believe. That's the kind of power the world can't define. Only God can. Anyways, let's watch these videos and let's see why some people, or one thing that they're proud of or that made them Black American, that they're proud of, that made them Black American, whatever, however it sounds. I'm not English, right? Yeah. But then let's watch these videos, right? Credits to those creators. I'm going to put their handles in the description if you want to find them there. Yeah, but for now, watch and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't at this point. So you don't forget, you will not see my video again. Oh, all right. So let's keep watching. I'll be back.
One of my favorite parts about being Black is seeing somebody that I know one of my friends don't like and sending them something to be like, that's your boy. That's your boy. It's just so funny because we both know that ain't their boy, but it's funnier to say it that way. Right? Ain't that your girl? Ain't that your girl? Ain't that your boy? It's so funny to me.
Something I struggled with growing up that made me like a little bit insecure, but I ended up learning to love it, was growing up being the only Black American like person that I knew. Like honestly, the only fucking person in Brooklyn. Obviously not the only person in Brooklyn, but like that's what it felt like, because everybody around me was some type of like Caribbean. Like everybody was either Jamaican, Trinidadian, African, whoever, like wherever you're from. But I've never had no friends, even still to this day, fake for real, like that are just strictly like just Black, like nothing else but just Black. Like I'm the only one. And then I used to always be scared or like shameful. I don't really know the word, you know, I gotta really dig deep into my trauma to get the word. But yeah, when niggas used to ask me like, oh, where you from, like what are you, and I would say Black, they'd be like, oh, where's your mom from, where's your dad from? Bitch, we're Black. Like Black, that's it, that's all. Take my fucking answer, nigga. I'm American. Like, and that shit itself, I feel like people don't really talk about how impactful that shit is. Like people don't talk about how niggas don't just accept that as an answer. Like, nigga, I'm Black, that's it. Don't ask me where my grandfather from, don't ask me where my mom from, don't ask me where my dad from, none of that shit. Even though my dad's side, they have a little past, like my dad's side is from St. Thomas, I don't know shit about that. So at the end of the day, I'm still Black, you know. And St. Thomas is part of the United States, but whatever, they still a part of it. That's not the story for another day. But yes, I hate that shit too. Y'all need to stop doing that shit. Just accept that as an answer, because that's an answer. That's a valid answer. That shit used to make me insecure growing up because like I never felt like I was a part of something. So like people will always be talking about like, oh yeah, like this type of food or like this experience, even though some experiences is literally the same, is like similar, because at the end of the day we're all still black, so we all have like some similar like things in common. But there was like some other shit that I could not like relate to. Like I couldn't dig it. I mean, not that I couldn't dig it, but like it just didn't relate to me. Like I would just be like, yep, you know. And then it's like all parties, like all you would listen to at parties, especially in Brooklyn, is reggae, soca, dancehall. Like that's strictly it. And it's like the songs that I grew up listening to when I was younger, it was not that. It was like my mom played that shit in the house, but like them shits didn't go like full platinum in my crib. Like I was listening to like Nelly, Nelly, Neo, who else? Everybody you could think of that made music, Black Americans. You already know who I'm talking about. But yeah, like, but now honestly, like with the help of TikTok, oh yeah, and another thing too is because everybody will always be like, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry, people will always be like, yeah, like Black Americans don't have no culture. And that just started getting to me in my head, even though I know deep down in my heart that we have a culture. But it was just like I was around everybody else's culture, so I wasn't even really sure, like, okay, like what's my culture? Do I really have a culture, or is it just like, you know? But thanks to TikTok, I like realized like what is really Black American culture, and that shit is literally all around us. But because it's so common, and because slavery and everything, like they took everything from us, like how slaves built this land, built shit that we have, shit that we use, it's like people wouldn't even know like that's okay, that's a Black person that invented this is a Black person that did this. The reason why this goes is because of a Black person, you know what I'm trying to say? And then it's like shit is so normal, and like African American slang, like that shit is a part of Black culture. Like AAVE, that's Black culture. Hip-hop, that's Black culture, you know? And then it's like certain foods that we have, like I didn't even realize like the food that my mom grew up making, and then shit that be like in the South, that's Black American culture. Like it was a lot of shit that went over my head that I didn't even realize was like Black American shit. In the same way how like in the Caribbean y'all have rice and peas, we got a version of that shit too. It's red beans and rice. And like how we have gumbo and all types of shit, like certain meals like catfish and spaghetti, like that's Black American. What else? Collard greens, cornbread, yams, all that shit, that's Black American culture. But that shit went over my head so much, you know, because I'm just thinking that shit is regular, that shit is normal, you know. But that shit is really Black American culture. But that's another, like, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to share that too, because I want to know if somebody else could relate to me. Like comment down like your story or whatever. But like as I got older and like as I started learning more, I started embracing myself like, bitch, I love being Black. And that's why I'm gonna take my ass down to the South so I could be around other like real Black American people. You know, I'm just tired of being the only fucking Black American. And then it's be like songs, like it be certain songs that I grew up on and niggas don't even know the fucking songs for real. Like, you know, feel me? But yeah, welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you so much. Peace out.
Not for nothing, I love being a Black American. Can't nobody tell me nothing different at all whatsoever. I do not give a fuck. My people are one of the most resilient people on this motherfucking planet. Do you know how much we fucking been through as a group of people? Like, literally, like over hundreds of fucking years. I'm not going in order, but I'm about to just name a few. Tuskegee Experiment, Jim Crow, eminent domain. If you don't know what eminent domain means, long story short, is basically like a legal excuse for the government to take your land wherever the fuck you was at. Slavery, chattel slavery to be exact, in the Americas. It ain't going for 100 or 200 years, hundreds of years, and we still overcame all that shit, you feel me? Shout out to all my Black Americans though, y'all know the fucking vibes, we out here.
What is your favorite thing about being Black?
The fact that I can make a joke or a reference and other Black people will get it. And I'll give an example because it literally happened yesterday. I was at my friend's going away party and ironically, all the black people were sitting together and all the white people were sitting together, like at one end of the table. And somebody next to me is talking and I'm agreeing with them. And I literally go, oh. And when I tell you, every black person at that table started dying with laughter because they knew exactly where it was from. But all the white people were just staring like, what? It's like the best experience because I can make a joke or a reference to any black cultural thing and another black person will instantly get it. Like the whole Soulja Boy, Drake! And then when we hit each other in their runaway laugh. Oh my gosh, I love being black.
I really love being a black American because we are so hated by everybody, but at the same time, like, y'all are obsessed with us. And it's so funny because the obsession is real. Y'all are constantly telling us we aren't who the fuck we think we are. Whole time, all we do is mind our business. We mind our business and a little bit of each other's business, you know what I'm saying? We peep shit about y'all. We clock things. Oh, that was cool. That's tea, whatever. Like, we give credit where it's due. But when it comes to us, y'all can't give us credit for shit. Y'all still saying we don't have culture, bitch. Look around you. We are the motherfucking culture. But anyway, I just find it hilarious that the obsession is so real and y'all want us to believe that we're not exactly who the fuck y'all think we are. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be anything other than a black fucking American. With all the shit that we have gone through, we're still that. It just is what it is.
I love when black people make eye contact with one another when we see white people out in public doing something crazy. It's one of the many beautiful connections we have as black people. I love laughing while black. Don't nobody laugh harder than somebody black. I love that when black people having a game night, we pull out spades. I love that when black people ask, do you know how to play spades? We not asking, do you just know how the game go? We asking, do you play? And if you don't play, go sit over there. I love how dramatic and animated we are when we tell a story. It ain't got to be talking about nothing, but we good at it. Y'all wonder why Tyler Perry movie's so dramatic. He black. I just really love being black.
What is your favorite thing about being black?
Listen, some of y'all gonna look at this and be like, this guy is cocky. I don't care, that's your business. Being black is my biggest flex and will always be my biggest flex. Bro, I don't think y'all understand, bro. There's a certain pizzazz, there's a certain je ne sais quoi, there's a certain quality that black people have that it cannot be replicated nor duplicated. I know you're not supposed to look at yourself as being superior to anybody, and I thank God for continuously helping me be able to work on that. But I damn sure don't look at myself as being inferior to anybody. Are you crazy? And before you know it, catch me in a place where there's not a lot of black people. Oh yeah, I'm about to really give y'all a show. And I don't even gotta do much. Let me just pull up in there, bro. I wish some of y'all would just follow me around for like 30 minutes and you will see, bro. But it's hard for me to verbalize. I don't walk into any place looking at myself as beneath anybody. I don't care who you are, but I respect everybody across the board. I don't care how rich you are, what your title, or I don't care how poor or whatever. I respect but I'll be damned if you think I'm gonna put myself as somebody beneath you. Are you crazy? Those days of putting anybody above us are over. That's our grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather in them generation. If you're looking for that train, if you're looking for that boat, it has sailed away and left the station. And listen, whatever personal conflict or vendetta that somebody has against me because of the way I look, that's between you and God. I promise you I don't care. If you think I'm gonna walk around on this earth being apologetic or playing small, you got something coming for you, and I feel sorry for you because you're gonna struggle. You're gonna suffer. I'm gonna strive the way that God intended me to. Tap in, bro. Tap in.
Black Americans are incredibly talented. Like I said, when it comes to the arts and creativity, I just find Black American to be funnier. I think we're also funnier. I think we have a natural sense of humor. Like when we're comedians, we do it the best. Also when we sing, we do it the best. When we're athletes, we do it the best.
See, Black pride. Yes,
I
Candace.
say this on
That's
my
what
show.
we want from Candace. Black pride. Not all of the other shit that makes us say, damn, is she proud to be Black or is she not proud to be Black?
And if you watch my show, you're not hearing anything new. This is what I say. This is the lessons in all of that. Forget the headline about what I said, but why I say it offends me. I'll say because this is what I grew up with, and this is what I know we are capable of. Because I know you can do better. And I know who's making the decisions in the boardroom. And I see their evil game, and it's Machiavellian, and I'm just not having it. That's why I'm not allowed to speak to Black Americans beyond the headlines. That's why they want to separate us, is because they are worried about what would happen if there was a Black Renaissance.
Let's have a serious conversation real quick, because the way y'all keep saying that Cardi B is not a Black woman is crazy, and I'm going to show you why. Cardi B's mother is Trinidadian, and her father is Dominican. And let's be clear that people in DR are...
Y'all's obsession with trying to make Cardi B a Black woman literally needs to be studied. It does. First of all, Cardi B's mom is Dominican. I believe she used to work in Trinidad or something along those lines. She spent time there, but she's Dominican. Both sides of her families are Dominican. Second of all, never in her career has she acknowledged that she is a Black woman. So for y'all to put that on her and say that she is Black, when one, acknowledging ancestry is not the same thing as lived experience or cultural experience. It is not. Dominicans from New York, first of all, my best friend is Dominican. We grew up together. Her whole family's from New York. They don't identify as Black people. They don't. If you're from New York, you're from the tri-state area, you know Dominicans do not identify with being Black. Just because you want them to be Black doesn't mean that they identify that way. It does not mean that they have a Black cultural experience. So trying to force people to be Black is very, very strange. It's no different than when Black Americans say, I'm not African. It's no different. Because a lot of Black Americans don't have the same cultural makeup as Africans. Because we've been here in America for so long, we have different cultures. We have our own culture. Dominicans oftentimes reject their Blackness because their cultural context is Latino. And some of it is ignorance, but a lot of the time it's because they have their own culture. So they don't identify as Black people, Black women. They don't. So trying to force that identity on someone because it fits your narrative is actually strange.
One of my favorite parts about being a Black woman is the high five. When we laughing and we just key, and we go for that high five. That's how you know. That means we are in agreement.
Have you noticed when you like being Black American, ethnic Black American, like other weird Black people get mad at you for liking it? Like, I'm sorry, I like who I am and you don't. It's not my problem. Other groups are like that too. They be getting upset. It's like, I like being Black. Sorry that bothers you.
Okay, this is things Black people say that just, I don't know what we be talking about part two, because I had to just add stuff to the list. Number one, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Why is you even talking about him? This is no shade to the LGBTQ community, but who came up with he got a little sugar in his tank? Black folks just say anything. He got a little sugar in his tank. He a little sweet. He got a little sugar in his tank. I don't know. That got a little ring to it. I got a little sugar in my tank. You ain't all that in a bag of potato chips. What? What's the correlation? And when it all boils down to it, why are we boiling things? We're not even cooking. Why is anything on the stove? Speaking of that, you cooking, let her cook. We're not cooking anything. There's no food here. I think it's edible. Why are we talking about food and cooking? I don't know who Boo Boo the Fool is, but we know who he ain't.
I've told y'all that the U.S. was made for white people and Black slaves. You know what? I don't know. Is it the fact that I'm from Mississippi and it's the fact that my grandparents taught me my own history that is that the reason that I do have an American pride? Because I am a Black American that, like, I love to travel and everything, but, like, I love Black America. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the other side, because I always seen it as black and white anyway. And when you truly just focus on the good side of Black America, it's literally the greatest judicial system, the greatest communities, the greatest everything, the greatest business. Like, and the fact that I live in Jackson, Mississippi, like, girl, everything is black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I fuck with the Black Americans. We Black Americans. This our.
So I was out in Houston like 2 weeks ago, and I went to this bar, and this African guy walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey, Nigerian girl," and I just looked at him like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, you look like an Igbo girl. Aren't you Nigerian?" And I said, "No, I'm from America." And he was like, "You just don't know where you're from." And the thing about that is, I hate when people say stuff like that, because yes, I do know where I'm from. I'm from America. I was born and raised in America. My ancestors, you know, are from, you know, Africa or different parts of wherever that I don't exactly know where they're from. But me, I was born and raised over here. My mom was born and raised over here. My daddy was, my grandma was, my great grandma was. Like, we're all from America. So yes, I do know where I'm from. I'm from America. Do you walk up to black British girls and say, "Hey, you look like in such and such"? And then when they say, "No, I'm British," and then you're like, "You just don't know where you're from." No, y'all only do that to American Black women. Like, yes, I know exactly where I'm from. I was born and raised in America. Okay? I don't know why people think that Black American people don't have culture. We do. We have a lot of culture that people try to steal too and emulate. There's different parts of, there's like 50 states in America. Each state has its own culture and own way of doing stuff, own style, own dances, own, like, everything. The only thing about it is we don't really be thinking of it as culture. We just be living life. Like, growing up and stuff, like, I'm from Mississippi, and growing up and stuff, I didn't realize, you know, like, that my way of living was culture. I just, you know, I was just going through life, just living, just doing things, and just, you know, stuff that was passed down to me from my grandma and my parents and stuff like that. I didn't think of it as like culture or as like, I don't know, tradition. I guess tradition, yeah, but, you know, I just didn't think about it. I didn't realize it was culture. Like, the way we dance, the way we cook things, the way we talk, our accents, stuff like that. Like, you don't think of it as culture because that's your everyday life. You know, some of us are not loud about it. You know, we just live in it. So yeah, Black Americans absolutely 100% have culture, and we know where we from. I'm from America. I'm a Black American. I'm proud to be a Black American. And I think that people think that, like, a Black person taking pride in being from America means that you are in cahoots with white America. No, Black American culture and white America are two totally different things. Those are two totally different things. It's a layered subject, and Black American culture is very layered because, like I said, each region, each state has its own different style, own different flavor, everything. You can't group us all in as one. Like, it's a big melting pot. Each state, each city has its own little culture, and I don't think one specific thing represents Black American culture. It's a bunch of shit. Okay, so, like, no, I'm not an Igbo girl. Maybe I look like them. They are beautiful, but I'm from America. I'm a Black American, and I'm proud of that. And I feel like Black American culture has so much history and resilience tied to it. Like, especially in Mississippi, like, a lot of the stuff, like the way we cook and the way we do things is like strict, like, it's from survival. Like, like for instance, growing up, even the way we cook and stuff, like I know that like stuff like it's not healthy for you, don't get it twisted, but it's just the fact that my ancestors and my grandparents and stuff, like they took things and like they made something out of nothing because that's what they had to do, you know what I mean? And all that stuff got passed down. And is it healthy for you necessarily? Not really, but it's just the fact that like people really had to make a way out of no way, and there's something to be proud of. They did a lot of stuff because they was trying to survive, you know. So I'm proud to be American. Why would I want to be anything else other than what I actually am? Like, is there a lot of like trauma and stuff tied to it? Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's where I'm from. That's who I am. It is what it is. Another example is like how like slaves came to America and they had to convert to Christianity, but they had certain practices like, you know, hoodoo and stuff like that, but they weren't allowed to practice that stuff, so they had to be like secretive about it. And I just remember growing up, my grandma used to like have certain superstitions. Like whenever I used to do her hair, like I always did my grandma's hair. And she always wanted me to braid her hair and stuff. I would like, you know, hair shed. So whenever her hair was shed, she never wanted me to throw her hair away. She always wanted me to burn her hair on the stove because she said it was bad luck. I can't remember the specific thing she said, but she never wanted me to throw her hair away. She never wanted me to throw my hair away. She always told me to burn my hair on the stove. She had a lot of superstitions. Even though my grandma was Christian, she obviously had like some hoodoo like somewhere in our, like, you know, lineage. Some stuff was passed down to her, and she passed a lot of that stuff down to me. I didn't realize it was hoodoo until I got older. I don't even think she knew it was hoodoo that she was practicing. But yeah, people had to hide things that they were like practicing out of survival, you know, because they weren't allowed to practice this stuff. So it's just so fascinating. But like I could really go down a rabbit hole talking about this stuff. But yeah, I'm a Black American woman, and I'm proud to be Black American. So stop telling Black people they don't know where they from. We do know where we from. Okay, hello.
Caring about your appearance and how you present yourself in the world should never be seen as a flaw. I go to work every single day with my hair and my makeup, and I get comments daily about who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to be seen by? Don't let me get my nails done because then it's, oh, you got a hot date or something. No, I actually just give a damn about how I present at work. That's all. And the insane part is that people will really try to make it seem like something is wrong with you. And don't let you be like too quiet as well, because that's another thing that really agitates people. When you dress nice, you come to work, your hair is done, your makeup is done, and you don't speak to these people because you just want to clock in and clock out and get your money, they hate it. Because they feel like they should have access to you. And if they don't have access to you, you become some stuck up bitch. No, I like hair. I like makeup. I'm going to be doing this until I'm 75. And I just don't like to talk to people. It ain't personal.
I just hate to see Black people live amongst people that think they're less than. That ain't that in Atlanta, baby.
I like that you
and
touched
ain't nothing in Atlanta, baby. Like, listen, there ain't none of that in Atlanta. Like, even if you racist and you hate Black folks, you gonna be respectful here because you know we ain't playing.
Right.
So it's different, and I like it better that way. I always say I like Atlanta because you know you a nigga, and when you in LA, you might forget. You might party at the right party and forget, and you like, I got the right girls around you, you got the right friends, and you might forget. You Black. Yeah. Like OJ.
Yeah.
So you think it's important to keep that at the forefront?
Hey, bro, listen, my superpower is my skin color because it's the first thing they see when they see me. So I already know what you're thinking or what you could be thinking because of who I am. So now I can disarm you, or I can lean into. I could be like, yeah, or I could be like, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, you're not like that. Why would you think that? Maybe you need to run into more like us.
That's interesting because us coming from the Midwest, coming from Kansas City, you're made to feel your color.
Yes.
Right. So when we moved to LA, it was a little bit different. I had to adjust because in Kansas City, people would see my stature or they see you in something nice. They automatically assume you so dope or athlete. We moved to Brentwood, which is a affluent area in LA. Of course. Exactly. And I remember telling my wife, I had braids. I still look like a gangbanger, right? For sure. But the white people over there treated me differently because it was almost like, oh, you can afford to be over here.
You're different.
So you're
you can't
different.
Beat like them.
I had to adjust to that.
And for me, I hate that because what people don't understand is they're still qualifying you.
Yes.
They're still saying, you know what, Court, sit here, you qualify.
Right.
I could sit there if I didn't qualify.
Right.
I don't give you can't qualify me. I qualify me.
One of my most favorite things about being black is like how naturally funny we are. Like we literally provide instant comedic relief to any and everybody in passing with just being ourselves. Prime example, you know how all black people compliment the same? If you see a beautiful black woman in a grocery store, for example, and she got on like a beautiful purple dress, right? Okay, purple dress, we see you with the gold accessories. Like nobody compliments us like we do. We're gonna tell you specifically what we are complimenting you on. It's the purple dress, bitch. The gold accessories that you did because it's a little gold brown little lining, and I see what you did there. Like that is so fun. It's so funny, and it's so entertaining being black. Like, yes, I love it here.
Welcome back. Should I tell you another favorite thing I love about being Black American? I wish I'm Black American. I wish I am. But I'll keep living in that reality, because I know I am. The love I have for you people, right, made me be a part of you. I've seen people say, are you Black American? What's your business? Right, the love I have for these guys is unmatched, and so I can identify with them because I am pro-Black American anytime, any day. Okay, now, another thing, my favorite thing too about being Black American isn't just who they are, is what they've done, what they've overcome. Is that not strong? We identify with greatness. I love identifying with greatness and great people. So every generation gets stronger, smarter, louder, and prouder. Every generation gets stronger, smarter, louder, and prouder. We are proof that you can't keep greatness buried forever. We are the dream and the fire. And no matter what the world says, being Black American is a blessing. Oh my God, my name is Blessing anyways. Let me see the reason why, your favorite thing about being Black American in the comments. I'd like to see yours, right? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching this. My name is Blessing on Global Gist with Beejay. Remain blessed. I'll see you on the next one. Kindly subscribe, like, and share this video. Bye.